Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BIT International Student Admissions. Today's introduction, we will begin with our BIT's history. Then we have the fourth part, includes the BIT's history, job opportunity, and how to apply, and the Q&A question. If you have any question, you can ask me during the fourth part. Okay, let's begin. Oh, sorry. Let's begin with the BIT's history. BIT is funded in the 1940 and we are funded in Yuan'an, another province, Shanxi in China. And we moved to Beijing in 1988 and we changed our name in Chinese into Beijing 理工大学 in 1988. And nowadays we are the member of Project 985 and 211. These two projects are very important because in China, almost have 3,000 university who can accept the international student or the university, but only 30 university both in those projects. So that means BIT's research are very good. And otherwise, in 2017, we are in the first 36 universities in the world-class university project. That's very, very honorable for us. And this is some world ranking in the BIT, and you can see our world ranking are quite good, right? And nowadays, our ranking are higher and higher year by year. That means we're not just have the long history, and we also develop with our students, and we have the young students. So we are stopped to grown up. And here is you can see the research funding per capita top one in China. That means the research funding are very important for the researcher or for the program. That means your program, your research are very useful. So that means most of our research are very useful for our human being. Okay, here is the ranking for our program during the China, and you can see we got the China best program in the information and the electronics. And this program also open for all the international students. Otherwise, we have the mechatronic engineering and the mechanical engineering and automation. They're also open for our international students to apply, and they're the top three in the Chinese best program. And otherwise, we have the management, science, and engineering, and they also accredited by three major accreditation institutions, one of the 10 in China and 1% in the world. And you can see our name is Beijing Institute of Technology. So that means our program are good at the engineering and the technology. But not also them. We are also good at the management science and engineering. Otherwise, those programs are also the popular one during the past years. And so, for example, the international economics and trade, some of students, they just learned mathematics, but they didn't learn the physics or the chemistry. They want to apply BIT, so they can choose the international economic and trade or the business administration. That's also open for all the international students you can choose. And during the past year, what is most important and what is most popular program is artificial intelligence. And here is our accreditations. Our program are high ranking in China, but our education especially for the international students, are also quite good enough in China. And we got the A plus level, and the only one in China. That means we're not so good at the research and we also good at the student education. We're good focus on our students' development, especially the international student development. Okay, about the campus, we have three campuses from the north of the China in Beijing, capital city of China, and the middle of the China in the Zhejiang province, we have the Jiaxing campus, and the south of the south part of Guangdong province in China, and we have the Zhuhai campus. And the Zhuhai campus is very nearby the Hong Kong and Macau, so that gives us international students opportunity to stand in the very effort of the research. Okay, here in Beijing campus, we have three campuses too. The first one is the Zhongguancun campus, and other is Liangxiang campus. Our international students, almost all the international students, especially the undergraduate student, they are studying and living in the Liangxiang campus. In our Xichang campus, we have the super lab in this campus. And others is you can see we have the Zhuhai campus. Their weather is very comfortable. A lot of students from the Russia or other countries, they find okay in China we can feel the different different cultural and different weather. Sounds like Zhuhai. For example, in Zhuhai, you can feel the 1 year in spring and summer. Okay, here is a Jiaxing campus is nearby the Shanghai, the super economic center in Shanghai. Okay, here is some figures. We have full-time student over 35,000 and include over 4,000 international students. And those 4,000 international students come from 152 different countries. As this picture, you can see our students come from nearby the student research are very nearby the China and our neighbor countries, for example, the Indonesia or Malaysia. Otherwise, we also have the students who come from Europe and Africa and America. So that means in our university, you're not only feel one single culture, you can feel the multiple culture during our university. Okay, otherwise, we have the good cooperation with the more than 400 partner university, though that is give us the student a good cooperation to find different research ideas. And here is our research. For example, the robbed arms, they're used in the lot of factory, but some of country, they don't have the enough time or enough opportunity for their students to learn. But in BIT, if you choose this course, you can face to face to see how it works and what are they doing. Okay, other is our robot, humanoid robot. They can play like they can jump, work like a real human being, even make communication with the real people. Okay, here is other two research and from BIT, and I want to show everybody that means our research not just to focus on the engineering or the technology. We're focused on the human's future. Okay, about our undergraduate program, we offer the 43 Chinese top program, and if you pass the HSK 5, you can apply all this. I show you all these Chinese top programs, include to the aerospace, to the teach, to the design, every program. And otherwise, we also offered the 7 English taught program in Beijing campus. If you got the English certificate, language certificate, for example, you passed the IELTS or the top 6.5, and you can apply those English top program. And in this year's, in 2026 six in intake, our Zhuhai campus also offered the undergraduate program. Here is some major that is this program are cooperation make the cooperation with the Bauman Moscow State University. And at the first years, the student who apply this program, they will learn the Russia and Russian. And in the last 2 years, they will use the Russian for their major. And this one is in artificial intelligence in English talk are provided by our Zhuhai campus. Okay, this is for the graduate programs in Beijing campus. Those we offered the 29 programs for the master and for the master, and we offer five Chinese top master programs, and all these programs you can find on our website. Okay, here is the other programs, just other seven, our other, sorry, other programs for the master and and the PhD programs. And all this program you can find on our website too. And also in our Zhuhai campus, we offered them a program for the master and the PhD. And some of the students, maybe during their high school, they didn't got to the high score. They didn't got to the high score. They need to study more about the physics, about the mathematics, or the chemical. We also provide the pre-university program in our Zhuhai campus, 1 year or half year, just according your need. Others, some of the students, they're very interested in the Chinese TOEFL program, but they didn't pass the HSK5. So don't worry. We also offered the language program in our Zhuhai campus based on the from the basic to the high level, just according your need. And this is some award from our international students. We encourage our students not just to focus on the academic research and encourage them to participate in some academic competition to find their shining point, to improve their ambitions. And here is some social practice, and we also encourage our international students to be a volunteer to participate in those practice. Why? Because some of the students maybe they're good at academic, but they're not good at social. But some of them they're not good at academics. They're not good at the study, but they're good at the social. Doesn't matter. Then we also encourage them to find the different way to find themselves. To find themselves. And here's our football club are also awesome. And otherwise, we also offer the sports meeting, culture day, and the New Year party for our international students to make their study life more powerful and interesting. Okay, some of the students they choose to study outside to especially to other country just for get a good job, right? Let's see the job opportunity in the BIT. Here we offer some the meeting between the company and the student, and we find some way to connect. We may connect with the company, what they need, what kind of a student they need. Then we tell the student, you can this opportunity and make them connect together. And some of students, they will say, I'm not good enough to fight with the local people, right? You know, the Chinese student, they are very, very hardworking. So, that is, I may be scared about this upper option. Doesn't matter. This job meeting just for the international student. Okay. So here is some good sample from our student. Some of students they study other country when they graduate, they back to their country and they build their country. So some of students, for example, here, the Li Jinglong William, who come from Indonesia, and his major is in industrial engineering. After when they graduate, they back to Indonesia and they find the Chinese company who have the branch company in Indonesia, and he will be a technical engineer. He got a good job. Other students want to say, I already got to, I think living in China is a quite good choice. So can I find the work in China? Yes, you can find. For example, here, our friend, our student Dani, come from Pakistan, and his major is business administration. After that, he studied and he became a social aid professor in Guangdong University of Foreign Study students. So that is a quite a good job, right? So we talked too much about the job and the others. So how to apply? That's very important. For undergraduates, at first you need to apply on our application system, and then we will have a material review. When you pass it, you need to pay the application fee. Then you need to prepare the comprehensive interview. After that, if you pass the comprehensive interview, then you got the pre-admission. And then you need to pay the prepaid tuition fee online. Then you got the official admit later. And please remember the application period from October, for example, this 2026 intake the time is from October 15th, 2025 to June 1st in 2026, and no hard copy needed. Very convenient. That is a required document, and you need to prepare. And all this document list you can find on our official website. Okay, here, before you apply, you need to pass the CSCA, this examination. And this examination are very important, but they have lots of options. What can I choose? Okay, here. In just, for example, I'm sorry. For example, you choose the Chinese tall, and for example, here, the first one is the 机械电子工程. You choose Chinese tall, and you need to pass the math and the physics. So what kind of required major require yes, and different program have a different question. Okay, here is if you choose the English tall, yes. If you choose English tall, you need, for example, you choose the automation, then you need to pass the mathematics and the physics. Or if you choose the international economic and trade, you need to pass the CSCA mathematics examinations. Okay, here is the CSCE required subjects for Zhuhai campus. So what major you choose, and you need to pass those examination. And for those undergraduate students who want to apply, or undergraduate program, we will focus on the different subject in your high school. For example, I want to apply the automation. So the teacher will focus on your score about the math, advanced math, or the physics. Here is the application procedure for the graduate. A little different in here. Here, we add the academic review. So what is academic review? That means you need to find the supervisor. So where can I find the supervisor? Okay, on our website. Okay, on our official website, we offer the school, we offer the teacher who want to accept the international student, and you can find their CV and contact with them. You will got a supervisor later. Okay, for the scholarship, first one is CSC, and that is a quite a good scholarship, right? During the undergraduate, for the undergraduate student, we only accept type A. So that means you need to apply from the Chinese embassy. Okay, but for the master and PhD, we accept type A and type B. For the type A, that means we only accept the Chinese TOEFL. We only accept Chinese TOEFL program. So that means that you need to pass the HSK 5. Okay, here is if I didn't apply the CSE scholarship, what kind of other scholarship I can apply? Okay, you can apply Beijing government scholarship or the Guangdong government outstanding international students scholarship. Why we have
Miss
two
Jasmine, the times
province?
is
Yes.
up. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. And we have lost a scholarship just from BIT students, BIT school international student scholarship, and you can apply. And otherwise, if you want to know much about us, you can send the email to us, and you can focus on follow our WeChat. And if you have any question, you can send email to us. We will get your email, and we will give you answer as soon as possible.